Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Watch out, I never switch, never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Carolina Panthers. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way.
Set, 180. Mike 59. Big stop, G. Regular. Hey, orbit. Pick it up. Mike, check. 59. Oh, you up, he's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now Manziel. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go one more. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Army. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Manziel. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
On the ready.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
218, chop, shoot.
This is Tomlinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Manziel. He juked him, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
We got this.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Here's Mayfield looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
King.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Tomlinson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Down. 60 or 56. You're the right now. You're the right now. Ready.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And it's fielded at the 34. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Come on,
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 1. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Tomlinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Point it right. Watch the twist. Alert 3.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. .31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Alert, 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 alert. Watch the screen. Pass. Slant. Watch out.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Mayfield to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now it's Tomlinson, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to move. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38. Tomlinson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Tomlinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield now. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will get him 1 closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Got it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
At the 17-yard line.
ready? 49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
I'm ready. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Let's see what you got. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Slot that. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
They'll drop the throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Carolina! A big play there with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A Redskin first down. The pickup, 15 yards.
First down, Washington.
Good. 180. 25 to Mike. Hey, alert 33. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Run. Cross the ship. Back.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tight. Kings. Point it right. Go. Check three.
To throw, Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
It's going to be a long... Real. It's going to be a long day. Watch twist.
Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll take this back down inside the 20.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
At 25 to Mike.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, wahoo!
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Too little, cut. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Check tight end, check tight end.
Here's Manziel. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Landry now on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Good.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 45 on second down, Mayfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Mayfield now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, alert!
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Pistol.
Not today, you are. Not today. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, switch gears.
On second down, it's Young, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Hey, 133.
They'll give it to Chubb. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that gets them a little closer, but clearly field goals are not going to be enough to win this game, at least not this deep into it.
Yeah, agreed if this were the second quarter. But since we're in the fourth, still 2 scores down, the question would be, did the field goal do much for you? But we have to admit, from the time we've been calling these games, how fast we've seen teams play, there's still a possibility, right?
Madden moves in a hurry.
Yes, it does.
Ready up.
56, check 56. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go.
Ready.
Here's Tomlinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the Redskins' 46-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now Manziel. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And a line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
There you go. Check 3, check 3. Up, left.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away.
That's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
Alert, 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 alert.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. Looking to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Check.
Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want?"
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. Landry, the intended target.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Check 56. I got him.
5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Carolina, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I want to trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. Know my color bright. Yeah. I ain't gonna play with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great color coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Show don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm giving it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Pepper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your prom, for your poster, popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. The code is chill. Stories treacherous. I